Hello there, my YouTube family. It is Friday, and you know what that means. It's Friday weight day. I'm coming to you with a very heavy heart this morning. This past week, we've had a loss in our family. One of my father's sisters passed away. My father had 5 younger sisters and a younger brother. My uncle has passed a few years ago, and so this is the first sister. And to preface this, my aunts were more like siblings to me growing up. I'm the eldest, first grandchild, first niece, the whole shebang. And so I grew up very close to them on both sides of my family. And she just turned 80 on the 22nd of September, and she died on October 1st. So it's really hitting home. She was my godmother. She sponsored me for my confirmation. We were all very close, as I said, when we were very young, and then the family spread apart as people got married. They moved off, including myself. So the family's kind of like all over the place. And it saddens me even more that I couldn't attend any of the services and be there with my cousins and my uncle and my other family members. But the thing about it is that thankfully it didn't hit me on Sunday night. I found out on Sunday. Because had it hit me on Sunday night, and I mentioned this in Slimmer group our chat on Monday, is that I would have come home with a cake. I would have come home with junk, and I would have sat there and just ate it until I was completely sick to my stomach. So I have to say that I am happy with myself for not having done that. I didn't even think about doing that, which is even better yet, because that's my purpose in doing Body Slim, so that I can get all this food noise out of my head and not have it control me anymore. So that part of it has been very good so far. Pardon me, I need a sip. I hope I didn't slurp. But moving on to the weight. This week, I will let you know in terms of Body Slims, I have done my 60 minutes every day but 2 days. Saturday and Sunday, I did not do it. I was exhausted. So on Monday, I decided to change things up a bit with that. And I'm calling it my body magic because I am a member of Slimming World and following the Slimming World plan. So what I've done is I've made a deal with my inner child. I've said, well, you have to do this. This is good for us. And so rather than always do Get Fit with Rick, which I enjoy, I decided that in the evening time when I go and sit down on my couch to watch my shows, that I will just not sit down on my couch. And thank you, Roberta, dear Roberta, who mentioned, because on this past Monday's group chat, we discussed other ways to get movement in and exercise without following an actual exercise plan, like Get Fit with Rick. Like what things do we do? What tips do we have? And Roberta's tip was that on commercial, she gets up from the couch. So I took it a step further and I decided, well, I know my steps now. I practiced them enough and I can keep a beat, even if it's in my head. And so each day I have been doing 1 hour while I am watching a show that I enjoy watching. A show and a half actually it comes to make it an hour. So it's been very seamless for me to do that. And I'm happy about that too. So the scale. Last night I ate very late. And I ate quite a good amount of vegetables. I had an Amy soup and I loaded it up with beans and potatoes. So it was really a hefty dish of food. And so this morning's scale said 145.4, which would show a gain of a pound. However, I know that's not a true gain because I weigh every day. And if I eat late at night, I will see 1 to 2 pound gain the next day. So I'm really not concerned about that. I'm a little bit concerned about how I'm feeling right now. It's not just me that's having issues. Our dear Kim of Over 55 with Kim has had a very, very big tragic loss in her family this week. And it just hits home. The person who has passed is only a year younger than my son, Michael, my younger son. And just even in and of itself, it's a tragedy. So it hits home for me, for that poor mother and father that have lost their son, for the children that have lost the father, and a family that's lost a family member. And so it just saddens me. It really saddens me a lot when young people pass senselessly. To me, a young person passing is always senseless. And then we have our dear Wendi, whose son is in the hospital, and she's away from him. Wendy, forgive me if I'm not remembering the exact name of your channel. Wendi is a WW member, and she has been a coach for many years, lost a tremendous amount of weight. If you don't know her, she's listed in my channel section, as is Kim, channel section, video description box. Go over there and show them some love, please, if you don't mind. Anyway, so Wendy's son is in the hospital. He's a young man. He has things going on. She's away from him, reminding me of when my son was in the hospital during the COVID. And he was very, very sick. And he wasn't sick with COVID at the time, and I couldn't access him. So I can't even imagine how she must be feeling. And these things just hit me. You know, it's not an excuse to eat, because that's not been my issue. I'm just down and out about it, you know. And I'm sharing that with you because I generally tell you whatever's going on. And I'm going to ask you for prayers for these people that I've mentioned, please, and their family members. So anyway, the pound gain, not an issue, because it's not. I know it's not a real gain. Going forward, I just hope that I'm going to stick to plan. I always hope that. I am not feeling it right now, but I am going to continue to forge forward and do what I need to do for myself, which brings me to me and what is happening with me. I'm sure you saw this. This is my new hand jewelry. Isn't it lovely? Been to the urgent care. Pardon me. And because my hand really needs, my son told me I have a 3-week window if I've torn a ligament to get it fixed. So this has been more than 3 weeks. So I said, I really need to get this checked because I can't go back to work in this pain. And so they took an x-ray, and my hand seems to be full of arthritis. No surprise there. And I have an old injury to this finger, but I don't know what I did or how I did it. And I'm going to the orthopedist this Monday. So I've had to also, which is making me very sad, call into my job. They are so wonderful to me, and I feel so badly, and tell them that they need to take me off the schedule for at least the next 2 weeks until I figure out what's going on. Because once I go Monday, I'll have to get an MRI. I don't know how long that will take, and then another office visit to go back to the doctor and see what he wants me to do, or what he suggests. It's already been suggested by the urgent care doctor that, like, this job that I have might not be in my best interest, which I wasn't surprised. So that makes me very sad too. It's not a money thing. It's because I can get a job anywhere. It's just, I feel like I'm a part of the Hanford family, and I would severely miss all of them if I wasn't there with them anymore. You know, when you go to work, it's really, really a gift when you work with people that you really care about, and that care about you, that look out for your well-being. You know, that when they ask you, how are you today, they really are asking you that and expect you to answer with whatever's going on as much as you know, feel that you need to. They're genuinely asking you how you are. It's not just a passing thing, you know, a greeting thing. And we all care about each other there. So I've been there 8 months now. I'd like to say in January, I've been there a year, you know. So yeah, that's making me kind of sad now. But I'll have to deal with whatever I have to deal with when the time comes, right? In the meantime, I need to stay on my plan. This week we talked about in Body Slims, Jesus, it's not even coming to me now. That's not a good thing. I guess creating habits, that's what we talked about. We are creatures of habit, and our habits make up who we are, so to speak, in general terms. And I really have to tell you that whatever Gerard Moran, I'm going to call him, his nickname is G-E-R, J-R, talks about is true. He is, matter of fact, just the way I like to be, like a realist. He just tells it like it is. He's not mean-spirited. He's very caring, but he also doesn't coddle people. I can tell that by how he talks to us in the videos, you know. He's very sincere, And he's right in all the things he talks about in the videos. I can't disagree with him. Also, I am not following the plan 100% as he asked everyone to do, because that's not why I started this Body Slims. I started it for him and for his seminars, and I didn't know about the Jair's Whispers that you can listen to throughout in the daytime, provided you are in a place where you're not doing anything that potentially could get you killed, like driving a car. And there's one for the nighttime before you go to sleep. Is it hypnosis? I'm not really sure. I haven't been hypnotized in many, many years, but I can tell you this. You go into a state of relaxation where your whole body feels like it's just heavy and you're comfortable. And he's talking about positive things. He's talking about following your plan, meeting whatever your goals are in your life, being able to achieve those goals, and focusing on those things in your life, taking care of yourself kind of things. And it is very helpful. Honestly, I really feel that out of everything, that has probably helped me the most. But have I been doing it every night? No, I have not. And, you know, it's another thing. It's called, I'm not prioritizing myself. You know, I have made some changes. I'm watching less television. I am getting up off that couch. And I'm really good. I have to say, and it's been 2 weeks now. We're into our 3rd week since the Body Slim started this session, and things have been moving along for me. I can see myself changing in positive ways. So we'll see how it goes. I am a Slimming World girl. That is not changing. And I just need to make that clear to everyone because I don't want people to be confused. And I am plugging along, and this is a lifestyle. This is not a diet. I can't deal with calories and diet. That's just not where I'm at in my life. You know, I don't know. I think that the sooner that you can, if you're a younger person, get off the diet, go around and move over to a true lifestyle, not something that you need an app connected to your hip the rest of your life. You know, a scale is nice. I think it's always a good thing to have a scale on your countertop. I don't think it's going to hurt anything. I don't think, for me, the scale does not cause me to be obsessed. Calorie counting does. And I need to really not be doing that because it's my ruination. And it is a cause for me to binge eat at night. I can tell you right now, I know that enough about myself. Pardon me. So if any of these things I'm saying rings true with you as well, you might want to reconsider what you're doing and look into Slimming World. You can do it for free. You can join our Slim Win group. Here's the icon. And we have experts in that group that can help you along if you're interested. There is a free online manual to do Slimming World that is also in our featured section of that group. The link is there, and you can go in and you can download it for yourself, and pretty much you can get started. You don't have to be a member. We have the lovely, my dear friend Rachel, who is starting, and she's already enamored with this plan. She's like, oh my God, it's so easy. And she was originally, before I sent her a set of books, I had an extra set saying, I can't wrap my head around this. I don't understand this. I don't know how to do it. So I said, I'm sending you these books, and sit and read these books in a nice quiet place where you have time to really pay attention and not feel rushed. And she went right out shopping, and she said, oh my God, I already feel so much better about this plan. So again, it's an easy plan to follow. I promise you this. If you're in the US, you can do this plan. I'm doing it. Yes, did I buy a year membership to have the app? I did, but mostly I did that because I didn't want to pay as much. This is my 3rd round with Slimming World. I didn't want to pay. It came out to be more cost effective for me to do it this way, as someone who's doing it for a 3rd time. I'm serious about doing it. That's also critical. I know the plan, and I know that I needed to do this year membership because of X, Y, and Z. They're not going to be changing the books in January. That's another reason. And so I don't need updated books. I have the app at my disposal. If anybody in our group that's in the US is doing the plan and they have a question, I can go in easily and look something up for them, help them figure out what the sins are. It's really not very hard at all. It's not hard. So if you're interested, as I said, join Slim Win, where you will find more than several people. We also have our lovely Joy Clark. She has a blog. She does a blog every night, and you can read that blog for free, and you can see what she's eating, and she explains everything in there as well. And she is an admin in our group, as is Kelsey, who also has lost a tremendous amount of weight. And Kelsey does not have a channel, but she knows what she's doing, and she posts her food all the time in that group. So on that note, I'm going to thank you very much for having watched this video. I hope you're not feeling disappointed in me in any way because I'm so somber. But I do tell you like it is. I don't pull punches with you ever. I can tell you my thoughts on that pound gain. You can take it for what it's worth. You can either say, oh, she didn't do what she's supposed to or whatever. But I'm giving it my best shot. And as I made this promise to myself. So I'm going to continue. No changes. And I hope that you are taking care of yourself. I always say this before I close the video out. If no one else is telling you to do this, take care of yourself. Let it be me, because no one ever told me to take care of myself. And I think it's important for somebody to be whispering in your ear that you're important, you are worth it, and no one can do it for you, period. So I hope that you'll do at least one thing a day and get started if you have not started yet. And I wish you and your families many blessings. I always feel it's important to tell you that. Those are my wishes for you. You are important to me. I couldn't be doing any of this without you. And I need to let you know that. And for now, I'm going to say goodbye. I've started 3 what I eat in a days this week, and I haven't just followed through with them. I haven't had the get up and go with that. I'm hoping that comes back to me soon. I'm going to try again today. We'll see. If I make one, you'll see it. And on that note, I'm going to send you these really, really big hugs. I'm going to thank you again. I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I will see you in the next video that I make. Take care.